talking about. Ha. You ready? Ha. Game over. Oh.
Is that purple?
Come on.
Yes.
That's cool.
Put it there.
Hey, did you just like gradually move to the side?
You know what? I know.
Hey, you was facing like
I know. That was a conversation.
That's funny. Oh man, already done broke it, man. It's done.
Great job.
It's done.
Jeff, I think I fucked some shit up. Oh no, I'm good. I'm good, baby. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm an engineer. You ain't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That part.
Pay that mic together. Now you think you're an engineer. Boy, sit your ass down.
Yeah, turn that way.
Welcome to Podcast Caviar. This your boy Troy Bino.
Your guy Tim.
And your girl Sylvia.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what? I wanted to be in a straight line. I told Juan when I first came in, I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, you know what? I think we need to switch to Viva. But I'm like, I think I want to keep the mystery.
No, Troy, turn your ass around.
What do you mean the
People can see
mystery? Like we still see you.
I know, but I'm saying just for the podcast, if you're a visual, if you watch the YouTube, you can't see my whole face. Almost like a Parks,
you. No.
but like a half.
okay.
You see half of
Okay,
Bino.
I hear you.
So it's not. It's like a, yeah. You get me?
I hear you, man.
Turn that way.
I get you.
Why? Why do you want to? They don't listen. They don't listen. They know how beautiful I am. They know already. If they asking,
Yeah.
they know.
I actually did get feedback that they couldn't see, so that's why I said it.
What you mean they can't see me?
Oh man.
You see this big ass chocolate bar right here? Go ahead and say that. Go ahead. Go ahead. You know I'm beautiful. Shit. Won't you just tell me one day, Troy, you're a beautiful man.
Troy, you are. I always tell
Just
you
say that.
King, you are.
Thank you. You're a beautiful queen.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
That's great. I'm not like I never told you nothing nice about
I
you.
like that ring you got on, bro.
Oh, thanks, bro.
Yeah. Hey man, your jury, I want to give you some props, man. Your jewelry game been kind of nice lately. I saw you with the Dior necklace on the other day, and then you had the YSL necklace.
Yeah, man. Just slow details, man. That's all it is.
Spicy.
Where y'all
Slow
was
it
at?
is.
Cigar bar. Next, you're gonna get a what? You gonna get a piercing on the eye right here? You thinking about it?
Nah, man.
Whoa.
Nah, nothing like that.
Nah, details. We're talking
This
about
small,
details.
this small details. Nothing like that though.
That's
You ain't gonna see
actually
me like
good.
that.
Huh?
That's actually good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Shout out to Siv who brought the drinks today.
Yeah.
Margaritas on the rocks.
Yeah,
Margaritas
man.
on the
Shout out
rocks.
to Juan for being here. Appreciate you, man.
You know what would have
Hey.
been? Listen, you know what would have been dope though if you
What?
would have had the salt. If you would have brought the salt with you and put it around the rim.
I actually got some in the trunk.
Oh,
I didn't
see,
want to be
you
that
valid.
extra. That's
no,
why
no,
I
that's
was
valid.
trying-
No, that's super valid. Ain't that like a margarita? But what do you guys
Margarita.
prefer? Do you guys
Margarita.
prefer on the
Sugar
rocks
or something?
margaritas or frozen margaritas?
On the rocks.
I think either or. No, yeah, actually, I take that. I agree with her on the rocks. I was thinking about putting my mouth on a straw and sucking in some frozen. I'm like, I could pass on that. That probably give me a stomach ache.
Like sucking up that wet.
I said,
Oh, like the wet.
hey,
Yeah.
you
Okay.
just are you like is that how often do you think about sex, Troy?
I,
Honestly, like in a week, 7 days. How
I
many
think-
out of them
Sam,
days?
that is a really good question to
Out of
ask Troy Bino.
out of 7 days, how many days do you think about sex?
I think about sex every fucking day.
Yeah,
Wow.
well, so
I'm not
I
gonna lie.
take it even further. I think about it more like
Every
7
day.
times plus every day for
Yeah.
7 days a week.
Yeah.
But do I express it like he does? I don't.
You're more
I am a
conservative?
sexual being. I'm starting to learn as I get a lot older. Like I really enjoy being physical with someone.
So do you think it's your diet that's making you so sexual?
That's
Yeah,
lies.
because you know my sperm tastes really good.
Okay, you tasted
You
it?
tasted it.
No,
Got
but
that,
No, because you said it with such
got
confidence.
that Joe shot in your mouth.
Oh, pause.
you gotta chill, bro. You gotta chill. No, but they say when you eat live food, organic food with energy, your sperm tastes a little different. So you know, yeah.
So she's told you this.
Yeah.
Somebody told you
Strawberries
to
and quinoa and
snap,
and
man.
avocado.
Wait. We got an input. We got some input.
Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Is it when it's thick or is it thin?
Yeah. Mine, you know what? And the crazy part, it's a lot when I come. It's a lot.
Yeah.
So it's a mouthful of like Starburst.
Oh.
Like you getting the whole rainbow in your mouth.
Whoa, that's heavy.
Like
Okay.
baby, like
So you're getting very descriptive. I just asked a quick question.
yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah, like he just don't know where to stop.
That's good though, man. He's exploring his sexuality.
But that's
right
why
now.
I always tell women.
That's cool, man.
I always tell women, right?
I ain't mad at that.
It's very, very important what you eat.
No, that's real.
Because if a guy is going to enjoy your body, he's going to taste you.
Yeah.
He want to
She'll
bear
be
that.
like,
You know what I'm
man,
saying?
did you just have asparagus?
Yeah. Yeah, for a woman though, it's nothing like a man being down there and
No
it
pH
is
off.
it is like wonderful. It's like flavor. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm
like
saying, I don't think women
It don't stink
really
though, right?
understand.
no,
the
no,
importance-
no,
yeah.
no. Yeah, don't stink. It's a like Siv just said, your pH balance is on point. That's a beautiful thing right there.
Seriously.
Yeah, especially when you got your beard all in it.
And not only what you eat though, drink a lot of water.
Of course.
Water.
But that's why fruits and vegetables are mostly water. So that's
But
why
you
a
need
lot
to
of
drink
times.
water too, though.
Of course, no doubt.
Okay, so good. So how y'all week going?
We start off a little heavy.
A little funky from you.
Yeah.
That's because your hormones are high.
Yeah, man. I'm like, man,
You trying to get something after the show?
I'm surprised I don't have.
You
More
practice
kids.
semen retention?
I don't. I have tried.
Yeah.
What's semen retention like? Pulling out?
No. So it's
No.
like right before you get to the part of the ejaculation that's been at its full potential, you stop.
Why would you do that?
It's called self control.
That sounds like self sabotaging.
Yeah,
like,
but once you
you
able
done
to
did
do-
all this work and you just go play at the end.
So a really cool book that me and him are very fond of. I got that from that book actually.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Yeah, he talks about that. When a man is able to control busting, right? You know, yeah, it actually it says a lot about that man, and it says a lot about your self control
Yeah.
when it comes to sex, when it comes to everything in your life.
I ain't picked
Yeah,
that back up in a while.
I get that, but I'm just saying if you're already in the act of, right, whatever's gonna transpire then transpire.
No,
Like,
no,
you
no.
know,
Well, typically
why
you
not
don't.
just go for the gusto?
Well,
That's
typically,
a game that don't need to be played.
typically you don't do it with a partner. You do it by yourself.
Oh, see that was okay. See, I'm thinking
Details.
Yeah, that was a
Like Tim said.
major ass
Yeah.
detail you left
Details.
out. Okay, yeah, well, whatever.
Maybe we should name this podcast
Like
Details.
Details.
Episode Details.
Shit, play with yourself. That's all. Don't play with nobody else. Don't like that. Shit, you piss me off.
No, well, you know what? And I believe we talked about this before, Siv and Tim. Like, I'm a pleaser, so I always want the woman to bust before me. I need you to get your shit off before I do.
Me, it's a couple times, honestly, for me. What
Come
adding
and say
to
what?
adding to what you're saying, like having her, in your words, bust off
Yeah.
before me. But yeah,
Splash.
I like yeah. What
Squirt.
cram?
Wet,
Squirt.
wet,
Some cramming.
drip, drop.
No, just multiple times before I do.
If it don't sound like this, if it don't sound like
A little bit of
macaroni,
macaroni.
gotta have macaroni and cheese.
Hey, that's the signature sound. That's so funny.
Macaroni,
That
huh?
they even have one of them.
Why?
Like,
Why you make that?
Look, y'all ever seen the text message thing that's the macaroni or whatever? Okay, maybe not. Okay, whatever. Anyways, so okay, let's go back. So how's
Is that
your
gonna
week?
be the artwork?
It should be.
The sound of like when it sound like macaroni, especially when you hitting it and it sound like a like craft, like just really cheesy, like a 4 cheese.
Yeah.
Probably even a 5th cheese in there. It sounds so beautiful. That is a beautiful sound.
Okay.
Troy, you got a kid on the way. I feel it.
You probably got
You just
something out
need
there.
the way you articulate these experiences, and I just see you in the act. You got a kid on the way. Done.
I, honestly,
So
man,
baby shower coming soon.
he making those OnlyFans for pornos. That's why he know all this.
Seriously,
so
like,
detailed.
he's
He's
so
like,
like his
that was
imagination is so vivid.
That was episode 9 last week.
You know, and I do got a really good imagination. I really do.
A vivid one.
I don't really need to watch
And-
porn.
yeah.
Because I have a really good imagination.
You could be a porn star then.
Yeah,
You know what?
You should write.
I actually
Yeah.
thought
write.
about
Film
being a porn
director.
star at one point
You
in my
should
life.
write for.
S&G. Oh,
Whoa, relax. Don't pollute the brain, okay?
I just
It's
got
art.
that. I just got that.
Don't pollute
art.
the bread. No.
it's not art. Sex not art.
That's gonna be on the black market type of vibe.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? That ain't for everybody.
So, are you proud of it or are you ashamed of it?
no,
now?
no.
Pick
I'm
a side.
Listen, I'm on the up and up.
Oh, well, then
Trust
why
me.
S&G
It's-
can't be part of your sexual experiences?
It's up and it's stuck.
It can't be style and great sex.
It's up and it's
Toys.
stuck.
Up in the stuff.
Ooh, I like that. Okay.
Anywho, let's go back to
New
my
product
original
coming
question.
soon.
What was your original question?
How was your week?
Is
Yeah.
that where we were?
It was pretty simple,
where we
nothing
was.
complicated.
It is mental
Why don't you
health.
tell us how your week was, Sylvia?
first.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Well, just to get the awkward moment out the way. So, yes, I have my mask on because in my aesthetic studies, we're doing chemical peels right now.
Nice.
And I refuse to sit here with my face flaking up in front of you guys. So, that's that. Other than that, the week actually was pretty good.
Would you take that off for the artwork if we took a picture?
Absolutely not. But a full review will be coming soon, so watch for that.
Are you blogging this whole thing throughout the process?
A full review will be coming soon, so watch for that.
That's awesome.
For you.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Link in the bio. No, what was I finna say?
I think that'd be dope.
A little before and
A lot-
after.
I mean that content of that, people need to see that.
Yeah.
'Cause a lot of
The
people
whole
don't know that.
process.
Yeah, like you don't have to
Yeah.
be scared of it. So that's what's up.
But otherwise, the week was good. I'm excited about going to New York.
When's that?
For Memorial Weekend, the 28th to the 31st or whatever. So I never did
Where
New
you
York
staying?
in the summer. The Marriott. in
Marriott?
Manhattan. Or something.
Manhattan?
Dang.
Okay.
Okay. What you gonna? What are the plans?
One of
get
my
up
homeboys that do music and stuff out there that I went to high school with. Gerald, shout out to Gerald. So I'm gonna hang out with him and my cousin.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Has he got any gigs out there while you're there?
I don't think so. I think he could just probably just hang out or whatever because I told him about it in advance to try to make sure that he didn't have anything to do. He could just hang out with
Why
us.
don't you do an interview with him?
I actually tried to have him on the podcast a while back when he came to your birthday thing. Remember when at the Three Thieves or whatever?
Honor Amongst Thieves?
Yeah.
Oh, that was him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
Was
So,
we
yeah,
doing a podcast at that time?
absolutely.
We had just started.
We just
We just started. This is pre-pandemic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we were
We were like,
I was
a
in
couple
LA.
months in.
I was in LA that week.
You were in LA that weekend.
Okay.
Yeah.
you said you were in LA this week, yeah. We conveniently we have
Siv,
palm
how is your
trees,
mental
too.
health? How is your mental health? Siv, how is your mental
I'm just
health?
saying, really good. I'm in a good space now. Aren't you happy? And you know what? Shout out to Ash. She called out. She said, I guess the last episode for that, whatever. I was like, yeah, I'm having, a little breakdown or whatever. You was like, you done did something this weekend and you did something impulsive. And she was like, Troy know you pretty well. I was like, he don't know nobody. Like, whatever. Don't be putting your
Shout out to Ash for all that. Yeah.
So mental health is good. So what are 3 things we like to kind of hit on?
Financial,
health.
mental, and health.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like a class now.
Yeah.
I gotta do my homework before coming in here.
Finances, cool. And health. I'm doing good. I'm 3 pounds from where I want to be at. I can't get rid of them for some reason.
You know
so.
what? That's leave finance out. That's
them
leave
earrings.
family. How's family?
Take them earrings off.
I'll kick you in your throat.
You get what I mean?
Family.
Yeah.
Family,
Yeah.
actually better. I'm starting a weekly call with my brother and my dad. So we'll just talk about, life and things like that, just to try to get more engagement. Because, you kind of just be so lost in your own life, you don't necessarily talk to everybody on a frequent basis. Like,
Yeah,
well, I don't.
We have me and my family, we have a group text that we text every day.
Okay, that's
my,
good.
my siblings. So it's 9 of us.
Yeah.
So it's a big text, thread, and we text every day. Good morning, how you guys doing? Our issues.
Do you turn that on
family
silent,
stuff. Well, I don't get notifications anyway, so I have to look at my phone to see it.
Well, what do you mean? How?
I don't get no notification on my phone. Instagram.
So
no
when you
notifications
get a
or nothing.
text message, your phone don't vibrate?
It may vibrate, but it vibrate. But most times my phone probably be sitting.
See, that's
down
why I don't like
somewhere.
group
You
chats.
don't get
though.
like a
That's
banner on your phone.
No, I cut all that off.
Cut all that off.
Yeah,
what
yeah.
they- Sneaky,
Distracted.
but okay.
That's cool.
See if you got to chill.
Yeah.
You got to chill. Okay, so family good, mental health is good,
Health is
health
good.
is good. Awesome.
You
One of
said
y'all can
you
help
said
me.
finance is good too.
Yeah, no, it's back on track.
Yeah.
That's good.
We see it outside.
That's a fact.
Dead air.
I see it on you every day. I see it every time I see you.
Hey, y'all
Every
look
time I see
blessed.
you, I
it on
see
your
you.
see
You
it on your
look
feet.
blessed.
See it on your feet
not
and them toes.
My toes are
So
pretty.
Tim, how's
Ooh,
things going?
Valentino.
Come on, y'all.
Hey, okay.
Energy.
I see you.
Balling.
No, and these are not Valentino. But go ahead.
So Tim, what's going on with you? How's your mental health? How is family? How is health?
Yeah. So, my health is good. It's getting better.
good.
So thank you for asking. Let me think. My mind has kind of been scattered this entire week. So family member has been in the hospital the last couple of days. So I've been there probably the last 2 days. So yesterday, the day before. So I took some time off work. So that's probably why you guys didn't hear from me quite often. So I was took Thursday off. Took him to the hospital. Was there for an entire day. That's nuts. And then the following day as well, went back there the following day. So just kind of thinking about, our parents are getting older, just like you were saying earlier about family and you as well, just checking in with with everybody, and we actually, right when the pandemic hit last year, we had started something like that as well. We did a phone call or a Zoom call through, I don't know if it was Messenger or what. Like every Thursday, we check in with each other so we can see each other, because my brother is in Scotland right now, which he's actually coming back this year, which is cool. They're fostering or adopting a baby, a young infant baby from a. I think she's the mother was a drug addict or something like that. So they were next on the list, and they had to move back here so that was the only way to adopt them. So they had to move back here sooner than they expected. So they will be here like next month. So plans have changed for them. So we'll actually all be here again as family, which is amazing. It's been years since we've seen that. Father, mother, my sister's here, as you guys already know. On a lighter note, well, not too much lighter. Stocks are down, so finances is still good. Blessed, and hopefully, everything will shoot back up shortly after that. And what's the last one? Family, health, fitness. What were we talking
that's
about?
about it.
That's about it. Okay,
I think you covered it.
Yeah, but that was my week in a nutshell. So pretty rough. I did take this entire morning. That's when we went on a phone call earlier. Yeah. Literally laying on the couch, just like
I wrote you off,
just
laying
waiting.
in the bed.
Yeah, just waiting for like 2:30 to pull around so I can get in the shower and then like come on down here. So that was my morning.
That's awesome. Well, man, I want to send prayers to your family members.
Yeah.
Man.
So I'll definitely pray about that later.
Yeah. I keep them in my prayers, man, and just keep you in my prayers and your
Thank
family.
you, man. I appreciate that.
Without a
I
doubt.
really do.
I like your sneakers, by the way.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna be extra like you be doing me. I genuinely like
I actually told him last week when I seen him, I'm like, man, those are dope. I have a pair of those, but I think that's probably top 2, top 3 colorway that I like. That colorway is super dope right there.
Man, I was very excited to get them actually. Thank you, both of you.
Yeah.
What about you, man?
Things is going good. Things is going good. I'm
Just
excited.
good, not great.
Yeah, I wouldn't say
Tell
great.
us more.
Not great. Okay, so financially things are good.
Good. That's what I want to hear.
Family, I'm excited. I go get my son on Tuesday, so he'll be here for the summer for me. So that that makes me really, really, really happy.
Yep.
The mental health. Man, this week it's been a week because I've been doing a lot of reflecting on just being black in America. I don't know if you guys had the opportunity to hear one of my stories on IG. So I'm in the process of gathering information. I want to know how to change my last name.
Oh, okay.
Because I've been having this dream about the stench of being a slave still.
I see.
And I had a dream about being a slave. And I'm like, I worked so hard mentally to get myself out of that mind state of all these doctrines and perspectives and ideologies. I've been working really hard to remove myself from that, of this thinking that black people it's generation after generation thinking, right?
Yeah.
I've been working really hard at that.
Sure.
Right? So when I have these conversations with, my family or friends, like people think I'm like foreign in my thinking, right? Especially when it comes to religions and everything else, right? Holidays. And I'm like, I feel like I'm still attached to slavery.
Yeah.
And when you really think about it, being black and this last name that you have, this ain't me. This ain't my last name.
Yeah.
This is a plantation last name. This is a master. This is somebody who owned the plantation. This is his name. This is not my name. So I'm walking proud with my head high about something that don't belong to me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I still feel attached to slavery.
Yeah.
I have to change that. If I'm really gonna take this thing to the next level, the way that I want to, I got to go all the way with it.
Yeah.
And for me, that's one of the ways I feel like I can really move to the next phase of where I see me mentally, spiritually, emotionally. I have to be detached from all things that have anything to do with being with someone having control of me.
Yeah. I get
So
that, man.
now I got a question, because my little brother went through the process to change his last name. And all right, so is that like the more, like all that type of stuff? Is that what you're looking into to see like where you fall under that umbrella?
Well, I kind of know where I fall on that umbrella. I think just removing myself from from that stench.
So I'm saying
From
though,
that.
what are you trying to change your last name to?
I don't know.
So you haven't dug back on like ancestry.
Yeah,
or
that
anything
comes
like
with just continuing, educating myself.
Do you plan on still like keeping your social security number, or you want to like really disconnect?
You could do that. Social
Yeah.
Security?
You don't have to.
Yeah.
do your social security.
You know what? I would love to disconnect myself completely from that because I still feel like as long as you have this plantation last name, I feel like that you are, and this social security, I feel like you're still a owner of someone. It's this black market out there that I feel like that you're still attached to when it comes to slavery. And it's only so much they're going to give you in this world. That's how I feel personally when I think deep about this.
Yeah.
And listen, I know it could be like people are like, man, you taking it too far, but I'm like, man, I want to remove myself from that. I don't want to be connected to that in no shape or form. I want to be connected to that.
I don't think it's far fetched. I think because I identified with my little brother already about it, and like he literally got a whole different ID and everything. Like he went through the whole process. And actually, shout out to him. We just graduated from college.
Kudos to him.
University of Whitewater.
Kudos to him.
And my little sister actually she'll be going to University of Madison for law, so I'm happy for her too. But
that's why
the big thing now.
So mentally, mental health. This is Mental Health Awareness Month. We all know, and I'm just like, man, I have to show my family. I have to show generations to come that we have to remove ourselves if we're going to be free, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. If we want to be free, we got to remove ourselves from all things that had us hindered.
Yeah. Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah. So, been thinking about that and kind of taking the necessary measurements for that to happen. So,
Sure, man.
Hopefully next year this time, hopefully it be something different.
Yeah.
Troy Bay.
I agree. Yeah.
Troy Bay. I think it's B-E-Y Bay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So pray for me in this process, guys. Pray for me, please.
Yeah.
Troy X. No.
I love that. I always thought about. It's crazy that you say that because growing up, I loved because Malcolm X, and I love how the X is unknown.
Yeah.
So if it's going to be anything, why not X?
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah. Or dot.
I'll get this last name later.
Yeah.
I like that though, man. I definitely encourage you to do that because who knows if and when that actually happens. I mean, that could transform a lot of you, and to see you walk in that kind of truth is not just I'm excited for you, but for you specifically to do that. I mean, like you're saying, how much more powerful you'll be, you know what I mean? As a man, as a father, as someone that, loves you and things of that nature, like, wow.
Yeah.
It's like sky's the limit at that point.
Yeah. And it's a heavy thing, but I feel like we got too many people, especially black and brown people walking around with their head held high, which is cool. That's fine. But, you got this thing, like it's not you.
Sure.
And you should represent you in your full capacity at all given times.
Yeah.
Totally respect.
So, yeah. But outside of that, everything is...
I was like, did you touch on all the points you had? You did mental,
Well,
family.
y'all know fitness and everything is always on
He
the...
back naked. I was
Bro.
trying to scroll yesterday in my piece, and guess who was naked on my TL?
It's always on the up and up. So things is good.
He put a skirt over it
Oh,
up here, but he was
He's
naked.
not in my algorithm, so I don't know.
Well, yeah, no, I was scrolling, minding my business.
I
So
did...
he wanted to
I'm
play
not in your
games on
algorithms
it.
anymore.
I see you like every
Yeah.
once in a while.
Yeah, and the
It's just
same
crazy.
thing with you guys. The algorithms are fucked up right now. It's really
Yeah.
messed up. Like, cause
I
like I
just-
see you guys, but I don't see you guys. It can be days when I don't see
It's
you
funny
guys.
as I see people I don't want to see, and I'm like, why are you in my rhythms?
You so petty. Why?
But
are
I
you
did
in
start
my-
yoga. I did start yoga 2 weeks ago.
You be
so
downward dogging?
Yeah, downward dogging.
Can you do it now so we can see?
No, relax. Warrior 2, Warrior 1. So
that's
I've been
just
doing
funny.
yoga twice a week. So Tuesdays and Thursdays is my yoga class for an hour. And yoga is literally like you can be strong and have nothing to do with you being strong. You have to be mentally ready for yoga.
Yeah.
Yoga is a mind fuck, man.
You gotta be flexible too.
Well, yeah, I'm not really flexible, but I love the poses that I'm doing. It's helping me become more flexible.
Yeah.
So I'm
You're-
working it.
you're
Like I
past-
literally be like trenched, like in
You do
sweat.
hot yoga or just regular yoga?
Regular yoga right now.
Okay.
You're past gas when you do yoga?
Not as
you're-
yet. Not
Nobody in there?
Not yet. No,
You don't hear nobody? Just
it's a big class. I mean, we got about 15, 20 people in there, so it's a big class. Yeah.
Is it older people in it?
A lot of older people.
Okay.
Some young people in there, but
I like nap
mostly older.
time at the end.
Yeah, that's always good. I mean, you be so tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I
be
be
so
running to that
tired,
one. He
like
say, "Oh,
you-
lay down."
Yeah, let's go.
Lay
Let's
down.
go. So
I be beating everybody to that one.
peace to you guys. Yeah.
Oh, well, energy. I felt that. Slow down.
Let's get to these topics. What we got?
Yeah.
Man, I was so mad when you said when we were talking about the topics earlier. I was like, yeah, I threw my topics in there. So I was rolling through here today, and I saw the topics you put in there. I was like, where'd my topics go? I had 9 topics in there,
didn't
and
touch
then no, I know I didn't say anything. I just said I looked at my screen. I saw that the number I numbered them 1 through 9. They were like all jargon. So I don't know if it's saved. Because then it said reload at the bottom. I was like, what does that mean? I've never seen that before. So sometimes what I do is when I start jotting down topics, I'll go into another page, right? Like if I'm doing like email or a phone call or something, so I leave it kind of pending. You know what I mean? Kind of like a tab on your
I get it.
computer screen. It must have just like got caught in between and never saved. And I was like, damn, those are some good stuff. It was like some, current events. And what have you.
Did they upload back on there?
No, I thought it would. Oh, there's only 1 left on there. So I was like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, I
Well,
seen
that was
that.
an important one, and the universe kept it, so we definitely got to touch on it. Okay?
Well, guys, can we give our, we got some sad news. Rest in peace to Paul Mooney.
Yeah, Paul Mooney,
the
for
great
sure.
activist, the great comedian, the writer, the
writer,
producer.
yeah.
I mean, just a shitload of things this guy was.
He definitely laid it down for a lot of the people that you see today.
Nothing
Chappelle
short of amazing,
and
man.
everybody down the line from then. So for sure,
Nothing short of amazing. He was just a pioneer. He wrote for Richard Pryor. I mean, he wrote for so many people in the industry when it comes to comedy.
Right.
Just, I mean, and he was one of the guys. I don't know. Have you guys ever watched Paul Mooney stand-ups at all?
I feel like I have, but I just don't remember.
Yeah,
it.
I want to say the same. But it's been a long time.
I mean, you talking about blackness. It don't get no blackness. I mean, he make the white people feel uncomfortable in the room. Type
Do we?
of
So
comedian.
he's not like a Dave Chappelle where he can make those jokes and they laugh.
yeah, his goal was to
make them uncomfortable.
Make them
Yeah,
uncomfortable.
that was his goal.
As any other race.
Yeah, that was his goal. But I mean, just a pure phenomenal man act, man. And prayer goes out to his family. Rest in peace, Paul Mooney. Let's keep his family in our prayers to him
Also
as well.
to my friend Danielle, her cousin passed away. So shout out to both of y'all, and I'm praying for y'all still.
Yeah, we keeping you guys in our prayers. That's for sure, man.
Yeah,
God
for sure,
knows
man.
y'all need it for sure.
Yeah, if we're doing all that, my brother Gabe and his son Aaron and their family, they had lost his son. Gabe lost his son. I went to their funeral a few weeks back,
Remember
and
telling me about
I definitely haven't been in a funeral in probably 10 plus years. So you definitely feel, the hurt amongst the loved ones and the friends and things like that. I brought my first time. My son's actually been to a funeral, but it wasn't an open casket. It was more of a memorial. But still, you feel the presence of people being hurt. But it's what's to take away from something like that is to see the positive of people coming together for a purpose.
That's what it's about.
And loving on each other for a purpose. So there's some there was a positive to take away from that.
Yeah. I'm trying to, I'm trying to get to that place within my own family where we're not only just celebrating each other when we die, but we're celebrating
part.
each other when we're alive. Like
Hey.
my grandma always said, don't give me, listen, I can't smell those flowers when I'm dead and gone.
Right.
Give me those flowers while I'm
Hey.
here, man.
I was trying to make that point last podcast to Rolex, man. Like, hey, you had did some things in the last 10 years here or 5 years, whichever what it was, and it's important that he knows that. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
important. Everyone knows
Yeah.
how important they are to somebody.
Right.
That's why me and Bo went. We went live last week, and I just want to thank Bo, man, for all the things he done for me.
Oh,
you know what I'm
man.
saying? Just
For
a friendship.
everybody.
Yeah, just a friendship we have. And,
Yeah.
he fall in that same category as DJ Rolex. Like
I agree.
you never hear anybody say anything bad about Bo.
At all.
Like, you
other
won't
than,
hear, like,
other
one
than
show.
he late,
Yeah.
that all.
Like,
And
I
then
mean,
we
just
walk in
a-
late,
Don't
that
do it like
all.
that.
Just a really good guy, and like everybody deserve their flowers while they're here.
Agree.
Yeah.
Don't wait till I'm dead and gone to tell me, oh, Troy was such a good person. No, tell me that now. And that's what I've been doing a lot of reflecting on that lately, reaching out to people that I probably wouldn't have reached out to,
Yeah.
to set up a conversation or set up a call. Like, I mean, just to let you know, man, I see what you're doing. Like I kudos that.
Yeah.
You're like, don't be so, so prideful where you're not showing love to the people that you admire
Absolutely.
and you love what they doing. Like,
Yeah.
let them know that.
Yeah.
You saying it to yourself or you saying it to somebody else and not letting me know what
That'll
good did
make a
that do.
difference. Yeah.
So,
I
yeah,
agree
man.
with that 100.
I mean, I think that also goes for someone who is down in the dumps or just ain't moving the way that they think they should. You should be able to motivate them and uplift them.
Yeah.
I'll go back to my guy Patrick that watches your videos specifically, and he looks forward to those because it's so motivating for him, and not just him, but everybody. And when I see it, I'm motivated as well. But for him to explain it in a way where, like, hey, I want to meet Troy one day. Like, I was like, you just let me know when you want to meet him. I'm sure we can meet up one day.
That's a fact.
Like, he's very inspired about what you do. And what you say,
man. Shout out to Patrick,
you know what I mean, to strangers at that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Patrick, man.
Energy.
It always motivate me to continue doing what I'm doing when I get messages. It's not often, but I get messages. People are like, man, bro, like, keep it coming, man. Keep doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And if I can get that once a year, that lets me know that I'm moving in the right path.
Right.
I'm on that alignment. I believe in numbers. I always see 11-11. 11-11 means that you're on the right track. You're divine in the right spirit, in the right path right now. Keep doing what you're doing. So, and I see at least probably once a day, probably twice a day. I see 111 or 11-11.
Yeah.
I always see it.
Yeah.
So
I
lets
see
me
it
know
twice a
that-
day too.
Yeah, so that lets me know that I'm moving in the right direction that God want me to move in.
Okay, because y'all had me confused. Now I'm thinking about the clock. Like,
Well, that's what I was saying.
you're irritated.
What
I'm
you
trying to be serious with y'all. And I'm like, well, so how many times can you say that today? Like, okay,
You can
whatever.
see it, yeah. So
Yeah.
if it's 111,
Yeah,
11-11, ones, let's just say ones. When you see ones, it lets you know.
No, you actually put me on that. When I see it now, I think of it like that. I had looked it up and stuff, and
Yeah.
no, that's real.
Yeah. So I want to get on some shit though. I got some shit. So
let's hear it.
we
Lord.
see. Excuse me. One of our favorite podcasts that we listen to.
Lord.
I haven't been listening to it lately because
It
I
ain't
just haven't,
it
and
ain't
I'll get off
available,
into
is
it. Huh?
He's still going?
Yeah, he's still going.
Yeah, they still go.
They still going. Got new co-hosts and everything.
Yeah.
I thought he had started a new podcast with the other two dudes.
Well,
Well, I mean,
I don't know if the Patreon deal is still on the table. I don't know what's going on, but they are on.
Well,
they have
think-
took.
let's back up.
Go ahead.
Let's give you your you were right moment when you were saying Maul didn't know nothing about that deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, he clearly
Said,
said that because I spent the $2. I told you that. Spent $2 to see what the whole conversation was.
It was
With,
free a couple hours later though.
Are you
he
serious?
just sent it to me. I was like, oh.
See, I knew y'all was the ops the whole time. You gonna have me pay that $2? They don't even try to send
I
it
didn't
to you
even
when
know y'all
I
had
had
the
it.
conversation about
This
it.
was hours later.
So what? But when I paid for it for $2, I tried to send it to him.
I
He
didn't
like,
know-
Oh, it's only $2. I was like, well, if I had paid for it, and I could send it to you. I'm trying to send it to you.
Yeah, and
you got it
I
for free,
appreciate that.
And you ain't send it to me. You know what? Whatever. Anyways.
That part was hours later though. Still,
It was
trust me.
It
hours
sounds
later.
good. Y'all clearly work together. Anyways, but yeah, within that conversation, it was just a lot of stuff that.
What did you get from that? I would like to
For
know.
me, honestly,
You watched the whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we all can probably agree that Joe Budden's a little extra and he do sabotage stuff. But I do, I believe in accountability. Like. Rory, you were in the industry. You know about paperwork. You know
Yeah.
about having your business and stuff in order. So
Yeah.
I don't know why it was such an emotional umbrella over that whole business with them or whatever. But I just felt like they should have had their business in order a little bit.
I'll say this. Sabotage? I don't think so. I think he was a little in over his head. Unintentionally, maybe sabotaged it.
Can you?
I don't
Can
know
you give
about
people?
unintentionally because it's too
Can you
consistent.
give people a little bit of the backstory?
It is consistent.
So that's behavior.
Yeah. Okay. Behavior.
Can you give people a little bit of backstory for the listeners? They probably don't know exactly what's going on.
Okay, so we talk about the JBP, everybody, the Joe Budden podcast. We were avid listeners for the last several years, and for me at least, up until Rory and Maul, the co-host of the show, took a small break of the show, and this probably was the number one podcast for years in a row. If you don't know, then Joe Budden, former rapper. And what else is he? Right now, he's a media mogul. So he's
that's for
been definitely doing a lot in media. Kudos to him on that.
And you know what the crazy part is, though? Sorry to cut you off, bro.
Are you sorry?
I am.
No,
No.
It was
sorry.
very
No, I
intentional.
really am because you know what? I really am because I want to give him some props too because I think, and me and you have talked about this several times. I think over the last probably year, 2 years, like we feel like, you know what, Joe's moving in the right direction.
Yeah.
We like the way
I
he's moving
agree.
in. Like Siv just said,
I agree.
he demised everything that he touched. But right now he's doing really good. Like he started his own media company. Like Joe's respected in the industry.
Yeah.
Outside of rap, he's respected in the industry
I
of
agree.
media, right?
I agree.
So yeah, he is, Siv. I promise you. From what I see,
I agree.
so to see him do to see how things transpired, it's very surprising to me because you was on a road to like, wow, you really revamped your career.
But I think you hit it on the head when we all spoke on the phone. Like he fucked it up. I think that just covers it all. He did that from what Rory and Maul's response is there was an issue with the accounting. They saw that. Okay, Rory caught that. He's like, yo, what's this $400,000? What is that? Is that from touring? Is it from what? He's like, you know what? That's a mistake. He sent an email to the accounting firm. They got back to him. It is a mistake. They never got the response back as to after they fixed it. So that's the issue. Now the issue is going beyond that, and Joe just started acting up like, audit me. Like, why would we audit you? We're just asking you a question, and we get paid off of a percentage, so we need to know how much this podcast got brought in, because we get paid off of that. We get paid 5% or whatever the
What
number
does it
is.
say? 333.
33.3333.
Correct.
If it's three people, that's what it should be.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
Let's put that on here. That's because that's how we're set up as
That's
well.
a fact.
Just
That's
very
a fact.
clear.
No, let's make that clear for real.
But
That's how we moving.
they get paid off a percentage, and it's not equal because it's Joe Budden's podcast. You know, that's a little bit different from what we do here because we're all equally partners in this. But they never got the numbers, and that's what they're upset about. And on top of that, when it goes beyond that, is Joe is acting a fool right now. He's just like not even.
But that's
acknowledging.
That's his MO, y'all. Like, so we can't be surprised by how he's
To his
acting.
friends, though?
Tag me in.
Look,
Can I-
okay, not
can
even
I get
just.
tagged in?
I know people get into it with their baby mama, but he got into it with his baby mama. All these dramatic breakups, like any relationship that's close to him, for some reason,
Yeah.
ends, and it ends dramatically.
Yeah.
First and foremost, right? Joe, I would have bust Joe in this shit.
Oh man, no.
No. And I hate, and this is a very, very peaceful podcast.
Is
It's
it?
all love. Trust me.
Yeah, man.
Joe, fam,
Yeah.
if you dare to talk to me like that, I am going to fuck you up, friend or no friend.
Yeah.
We have to fight.
No, for real.
You not about to disrespect me like that on no level, fam. You're tripping right now.
Yeah.
You're absolutely
Because
tripping.
Even when he said to Maul, like, this podcast is
Have nothing to do with you?
I honestly wouldn't even be able to fathom if one of y'all told me, like,
If
podcast
you-
carriers,
listen.
none of my business. Like, all
If
the
you-
time I invest in this? Are
Exactly.
you serious? I can't get that back then?
How dare you talk to me like that?
that's not
Like, Joe, you have to see me, fam. Like, you think you think Rory invited you to his hands, fam? You not about to treat me like this.
Yeah.
You treat me like we don't have a friendship outside of business, and I think that's what Joe is getting wrong. It's like, bro, I understand we have a business, but bro, you're my friend first.
Yeah.
Like, does that count for anything, or you just so caught up on just business, where you forgetting about how this business started? It started through our friendship. Let's
Yeah.
not forget that, man.
Yeah.
So I think it's two things that need to be account for. I think transparency. I think that it's something that we have worked on and we're still constantly working on through Podcast Caviar. Transparency, right?
I mean,
And
we only 2
yeah.
years in.
2 years in. Transparency, and then on top of that,
Look how far we come now.
No, for real.
Shoot.
We done went through it. Like, that whole breaking up stuff, we
Yeah.
done went through all that. So it's like, I get what they're going
We almost
through.
lost one person but gained 2 people. Dang.
Oh, I'm like, hold up, y'all was trying to replace me too?
nah, you unreplaceable, boo.
Okay, but
You
no,
unreplaceable.
no, but like to that point though, like him putting them other people on the podcast, like that was, I mean, I get, the business had to go on or whatever the case may be, but then maybe y'all should have just bit the bullet and had them on the show versus putting 2 new people on there. That was not a good look.
Handle,
Like,
man. Like, listen, you listen, and Kevin Hart said it the best. Everybody not meant to lead. Everybody not meant to be a leader.
Yeah.
Joe is not a leader amongst men.
Yeah.
He's not that guy.
He's a creator and an innovative person.
Yeah.
I will say that. But like you said, to that point, maybe he should be in more of like a directing an idea type of situation versus managing people.
And that's something that you can grow into. Hopefully, this situation allows you to.
He's pretty arrogant too, though.
Yeah.
So that's I think he has emotional intelligence issue. Like he's too smart for his own good, to the point that when it comes to dealing with people, I don't know if he feel like he dumbing himself down to interact with people or what the case may be, but he really needs help in that area.
I think, to be honest with
like
you,
relationship building.
I think Maul said the best. Maul said Joe is caught up on the relationships that he has now because he didn't have these relationships when he was an artist, when he was a rapper. So the relationships that he have now, when you got like Steve Stouts and you got relationship with like Jay-Z now, you got these big relationships with people that you desire to have a relationship with when you was doing music. It almost takes you to this level where you feel like, okay, I made it.
But you don't think that these people are looking at your character though? Like,
Of course, everybody's looking at that.
Yo, these are people was rocking with you before we were here. So if you treat them like that, we're not too far removed.
So, and I think right now, everybody in the industry, and I think he will recover from this. He will. He's smart enough to do so. Yeah. I believe he have a team around him. I think they just have to start being honest with him. I don't think he got people around him that.
Do you think he can get another successful podcast?
Yes.
Yes, he will.
Yes.
And this, listen, 6ix9ine is still selling music.
Right.
Is he?
Yeah.
Where is he now? I don't see him in the media no more like that.
Probably not in me, but he's still selling music.
Yeah, you give it a little bit, you're gonna forget, and you're gonna see him again.
If he drop a song right now, it'll probably go 10 times platinum.
Hey, wait. Influence is a big thing because when Nicki came out and she had the Crocs sell out
Exactly.
like that, I was like.
So Joe fall in that same category.
Yeah.
Like social media, everything is short lived.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
They don't give a fuck. They don't stand on morals and principles. Something that he should be standing on as being a creator.
But that's his whole like speech every episode. Like that's what he was saying that he was pushing for. So like, why would you do your friends that way?
The question.
The hurtful thing to me is to see that you had no regret about how you went about things.
I think he did, but I think he didn't put it in the public.
From how you displaying it to the public.
Yeah. Like, do you think, okay, let me ask y'all this question, and it's not just about him, because I know people say money don't change people, it just enhances who you really are. Or do y'all believe that money do change people?
I think it can.
Money do change you.
So it enhances who you truly are.
Money change you for the good or the bad. I think it depends on, that's all perspective based.
Yeah, I definitely think money can change people too. And I think people need to realize that, because it's like when you make more money, you tend to get accustomed to different things. You learn different things that you may not have known before. So how is that enhancing you if you didn't know about it before?
But
you know what I mean?
We all have came across a lump sum of money before, right? And
no, I haven't. But where can I get one?
Well, just
I mean, you said that so casually. So
well, just
we gonna stop this podcast right here. Right. Where do I get it?
Let me reword that. We all have elevated financially in our life,
okay, yeah.
right? Mm-hmm. And I could tell as I acquire more money, I feel like I give more. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I feel like
in
because
capacity,
I almost feel like it's my duty. I feel like if my younger siblings call and ask me, "Hey, bro, can I get $100? Can I get $50? Can I get this, get that?" Like I rarely say no to anything now because I feel like I'm blessed financially. Like. Who am I to say no about something that like I can afford, not something that I can't afford?
Yeah.
I can afford to give you what you're asking for.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fair.
If I can afford to give that to you, like, and I got the money, and I'm like, I should just keep it all to myself. No,
that's being selfish. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm gonna give it to you.
Yeah, if it's not going to like hinder you in any kind of way, then that's cool.
It's not going to hinder me.
But
give it up.
I think for me, on the flip side of that, I feel like I got more frugal when I started making more money for some reason. Maybe because I had experienced like not having no money.
Yeah.
I just don't want to like be at a paycheck to paycheck point. Now I ain't saying I'm too far removed, but I'm just saying like I want to be comfortable to the point that like something happens, I got a little something that I can try to make a plan off of and make my next move off of. So I think that's one of the things that people got to realize too. Even though you make more money, I know you want to give, still be frugal and try to have like some type of saving plan too.
One of my prayers that I always pray for, even as a kid and even now, I always say I want to be in a position to be able to bless the younger generation,
Like
my
philanthropy?
family, huh?
Oh, your family. Okay.
Yeah. Like anybody. Like I want to be in a position. I always
I wanna
prayed
be a
for this as a kid. Like I'm like I want to be in a position where I'm able to, if I got it, I'm able to give it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
Not
a
even,
good feeling behind
Yeah,
that,
and not
too.
even think about it. It's like, yeah, I got you. Like, let's make it happen. What you trying to do? My niece called me a couple months ago and she's like, Uncle, I want to start, I want to start my own business. I want to be an entrepreneur like you. Like, I want to, start selling these. I said, well, you let me know how much it costs. You do the research. You come back to me on how much it costs.
Yeah.
I'll give you the money for it.
That's dope.
That's
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
dope.
I love
Like
that.
that's what it's about. Like I'm in a position to do that, and I pray for these things.
Yeah.
So I'm, it's a blessed position to be in. I know Joe prayed to be in the position he in, and one thing I feel like he's doing, he's taking it for granted.
Yeah.
Or maybe okay, kind of to your point before. Remember we were talking about like people buying followers and stuff like that, and you was like, you're not allowing yourself to grow and understand the process of having a following and stuff like that. Maybe it happened too fast for him, and he didn't understand how to manage that type of success. Do you think that happened? Because they didn't expect that podcast to blow up like it did.
I think they did. I think they did expect it to blow up.
You think so?
I think so. I think, Joe,
How? Podcasting was so new. How do you predict that?
I don't think it wasn't so new. Podcast's been around for years and years and years and years.
I'm
yeah.
saying in the urban culture,
Even
I
in
would
the
say
urban
that
culture, it just
what
wasn't.
podcast was-
It just wasn't popular. That's the
what
only
I'm
thing.
saying. He made it really popular.
He
though.
did make it really popular. So that's and I say that because what was your question?
Maybe he moved too fast and he didn't have
So-
the opportunity to have that learning
Right.
curve to know how to do manage that success.
But if you listen to what he said and a couple of the guys, what they said, they've been working on this for years.
Mm-hmm.
Like even these new podcasts, he's been working on that for almost a year before it even dropped. And same with if you hear Rory's story, he said the same thing. He says, this thing didn't pop. We were it was him and Marissa, then it was him and Marissa and Rory, and they've been working on this for 6 months or to a year prior. So it's been around. It was just that moment. But to your question, I think he was ready for it. He shows us he's ready for it. I think the things that came along for it, I think he just know how to handle that. I can't really speak for that. Actually, I'm thinking about it. I don't think I could really speak for him. I can just know he handled that incorrectly with his friends. And as a business person, like,
so that's
I think there's just some things that we just don't know still.
Yeah.
it's
You know what?
definitely
It's just
some
hard to say.
misinformation.
You know what I'm saying?
I think all parties involved should be held accountable. But I do feel
Agreed.
like Rory and Maul was really out of the loop of things, and they trusted their man. I trust you, fam. Like we trust your ideals. We trust, we even allowed the podcast to be in your name. This is the Joe Budden podcast. This is the Joe Budden Network.
Yeah.
We allow all this to happen because you know what? We trust that you have our best interests. Like that's a friendship, that's love, and maybe that's a little bit too
Too
much.
much love for me. I mean, I'm
Too
just
much.
saying, like,
But at the end of the day, it's like when you rock with somebody like that, G, like, fam, like you
It's
got
not-
me, you got me.
right, but it's not the principle that I don't believe that you got me. But again, to the point of when we get to that capacity of all the money coming in and stuff like that, I just feel like everybody should see the progression because you got to make decisions together, right?
Quick question. So Joe Big Thing, right? And I don't want to be long on this because we don't want to give Joe Buttons all our airtime. Joe Big Thing is if I bring it to the table, I eat. So say
But
hypothetically
he wouldn't allow them to bring nothing to the table,
he brought everything to the table.
right? Because he wouldn't allow them to bring stuff to the table, though.
Well, according
Yes.
according to Rory,
According to Rory.
when he brought something to the table,
was denied.
He flipped it and made it his.
Yeah.
When you talking about that title deal,
Well, what I'm saying, if you listen to some of the clips, he denied saying that he was just saying he was telling Rory, I was already dealing with the play.
Sounds good.
That's what you got to realize. You was talking over your head trying to go to somebody else. It was already in discussions,
Sounds
boss.
good. Sounds
That's
good.
what exactly. It sounds good. So, how do you guys feel? If you bring it to the table, do you feel like you should eat majority of the pie?
I think it depends on what it is. Like, if it's something like, for instance, let's say it's branched off like one of my business lines or something like that, like, yeah, it's a direct connect to me. But if it's something that was just out in the public and it came straight for the podcast, then it's even because it came for the podcast. You get what I'm saying? But if it was like a straight plug for me, then yeah, I feel like I should get a connection fee.
I'm telling you guys right on air. I fuck with y'all.
Heavy.
Whatever we bring to this podcast Caviar, we gonna eat together.
Oh yeah, that's
just what it is. It ain't gonna be no niggas ain't gonna know the numbers.
Right.
Like I can't tell you the What you mean you can't tell me the numbers? What?
I think I'm
Fam.
I'm just so like here because I don't like nobody questioning me anyway, so I'll just be like here, like just look at it yourself.
But why would you even want all that credibility on you? Like
Responsibility, yeah.
responsibility. Like be honest, be upfront.
Because
Like
it must have been some big numbers. That's where greed comes in.
This is my thing, and I love Parks, but I don't like Parks. Are you going to sit? And I take Parks to be a really stand-up guy. I really do, and I still think he is. But for him to sit there and allow Joe to, for this to transpire and be on Joe's side, like Joe is in the right. Mm-hmm. And I don't think nobody's in the wrong. I don't know. We would never know the full story. Yeah. There's a lot of details to this that haven't came out and that won't come out. Mm-hmm. I just feel like that makes sense. Your friends, your family, your boys, they should know the business side of things.
Yeah.
So
that's it.
Let me segue real quick to this question I just looked at randomly on the list because it deals with breakup, right? So, and I'm not even just only talking about in the capacity of a relationship or anyway, friendship, whatever. How do you know when you're at that point when it's like Rory and Mal did, I'm done. Like, this is it. Like, how do you know when you're done with it, like a person?
When you can wake up in the morning and be happy. I remember going through breakups. I just say a relationship with a woman, right? Mm-hmm. I remember breaking up with, some women and just dreading it and thinking about it every day and like, man, I fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really fucked up. This is a good woman.
Were you playing like R&B songs?
Yeah, like, I mean, like,
what was your go-to R&B song?
Beyonce.
Which one?
The whole, all her albums.
Oh, wow.
I remember I was going through a Pacific breakup and just Beyonce got me through the breakup. You know what I'm saying? Listening to Beyonce music. Mm-hmm. So it's one of those things where I feel like when you're not thinking about it anymore and you can and you're able to listen to a song or you're able to go out in public or you're able to interact with people that you may have that you may not interact with before and you're able to do that in a peace of mind. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think that's when you know what? I'm over this. Yeah. Like, because when you're going through a breakup, whether it's business or personal, you never think that you're really going to get over this thing mentally. Yeah. You're like, man, like, I just can't believe, like, this is happening. Like, how am I going through this? Right?
Yeah.
And then one day you wake up and you're like, wow, I can't believe I made it through this.
Yeah.
There is a such thing of trusting the process.
No, for real.
And going through it. And understand that through time, things will get better.
That's facts.
Repeat your question again.
How do you know, like, you're able to go, like, you're over a breakup? Like, it's not bothering.
Over a breakup, yeah.
Where's your aha moment?
Yeah. I think it's really depends on that person. I mean, like you said, when you wake up happy, is that what you mentioned?
Yes, sir.
When you wake up happy, when you wake up and you're not thinking about it. And that's why a lot of people will just kind of move to the next thing. Not saying the next person, but just like fill their day, fill their mind with something else, and
fill that void.
Out of sight, out of mind again, as it comes into play. And you have to put yourself in a position to get over that person. It's not just it's just you doing the process to get there.
Fair.
Oh, I got something else to add to that. When you're able to rethink the shit that y'all been through, and you're able to probably give that person a call and let them know, you know what, I went wrong in this. I'm not saying that we're trying to get back together, but you know what, I can give you a call and let you know what, I could have been better in this area.
Oh, you mature.
And I have done that before because I had to, because even though I fucked up a lot of times, I couldn't continue going on with my life knowing that I didn't have that conversation with you. That conversation got to be had for me to feel like that's not, that's not stopping me.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like,
at
I
that moment, you're caught in your feelings, so you wouldn't be in your right mind to think rationally to have that kind of conversation until you actually just think about it. You just like come back to it in a day or so. Well, I should have said that.
And I feel, I feel so much better.
So you're saying if you were in the wrong and you had that conversation,
well, even if I knew that I could have done better, it's not about me being in the wrong. If I've been in a relationship and I feel like, damn, I could have did better.
So if that person was toxic to you, you would still need to have that conversation?
For me, I feel like I have to get that off my chest. I have to, because at the end of the day, it takes two to tango.
Yeah.
Like,
it's
even though-
it's just closure.
Even though you fucked up, but maybe I could have done something different. I could have had a conversation with you. I could have done something that not made you do what you did. So for me to be able to sleep at night after some time, I got to be, you know what? I got to talk to this person. Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
Things could have been a lot better if I did this, did that, but I wish you the best now. Man, you know, the process of everything is where it's at, but I need that closure. For me, that's closure. When I'm able to call you after some shit that happened, that's closure for me. I can move on happily. Like, I see exes all the time, married on IG. Like, for me, it's like, it's beautiful to see. I like the picture.
Yeah.
I see you.
No,
I see you.
I like the picture.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
You're really maturing in life. I like that.
Yeah.
No, for me, the way that I realized that I'm like over a breakup, it would definitely be once I like basically forget that person's name. Like if somebody asks me how they doing or something, and we both got to think about what the name is, like I'd be good. Like out of sight, out of mind.
Are you liking the picture?
What of somebody? Nah, depends.
So
I ain't that mature. I ain't gonna lie though.
my big thing, I always like, so every relationship I've ever been in, I always told them, even if we're not together, I still want to see you happy.
Yeah.
I meant that.
Right.
I like listen, I don't want to not see you happy because we're not together.
Right.
You still need to be happy.
Yeah.
And that makes me happy seeing you happy.
You still love him.
Can it be? Oh, I ain't going down that road.
No, you still love him.
still love him.
You still got love for that
I'm
person.
gonna say like
You ain't in love with
I don't
him.
know. I don't feel like you always gotta be so emotional with the closure. Sometimes I think you gotta just rip the Band-Aid off and go your separate ways. Like,
And Siv,
he did to
that's
you?
just for me.
What
Like
did he do to you?
didn't nobody do anything to me. But I'm saying like sometimes that's a good way to do it, and then sometimes people like keep using that as a reason to linger on. Like
Yes.
the closure is just moving on and getting on with your life.
And
like,
Siv, you're absolutely right. I have been in positions where I just had to, that shit
because
just
like,
had to be
for
cut off.
instance, for you
Yeah.
may be going into that thinking this is closure. This person think you're trying to rekindle it, and now you got a whole nother situation for nothing.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
Don't bother me right now.
DMs closed.
I am a TM, just definitely X. I am happy.
Hey,
Speaking of
that's
closure, I think we should be closing out this
It's a
right now.
wrap.
on
Hey,
that.
we didn't even get to have the damn topics that
I
we
was
put
just
on
gonna
it.
Man,
say.
you spent a lot
All
of
that
time on
time on
that
Joey.
on that podcast.
Man.
Well, that was a good topic, though.
It was a good topic. I think it needed to be had. I mean,
Yeah.
it highly relates to what we're doing and
The
anybody else out
industry,
there.
yeah.
So, I mean, he said that like 1,000 podcasts are being created every single day.
Yeah.
So, and he
They're not
encourages that.
podcast accurate,
We
though.
encourage that. I mean, we
That's
should
a
start.
fact,
We should
Sid.
start collaborating with a lot more. So, if you out there, listeners, viewers, something we should talk about.
We need to go live more. I keep saying it.
And if you're out there and you're a podcast, a
Yeah.
newer podcast, or even an older podcast, have your paperwork right, man.
Yeah.
Like like, because a lot of years I think they played us.
Yeah.
They played us.
Yeah.
If you was investing to the Joe Budden podcast, you feel like these people was like real life friends.
Yeah, but you was always saying that Joe was changing, though.
I always say that because I always like,
Yeah.
if you know Joe from the Mule Music Joe from now, like when
I
he
put
was
you
dirty, wearing jogging pants, wearing big ass t-shirts, like I know that Joe. So to see this Joe with fucking funny hats and shit,
The Mamiri hats.
bro, you killing me, bro. Like, bro,
No love lost.
yeah, no love lost, some love lost, all love lost.
Troy, I put you on that.
Ha,
Dang.
that's the crazy part. I pick anybody right now
Hey, she called you out
from
I did,
2000
though.
on air.
Oh my
Listen,
God.
anybody who my
Another thing you
friend
don't
that
wanna
listen to
give me
Joe
credit
Budden,
for.
I put them on Joe Budden music.
Troy, okay. Troy.
I still ain't on Joe Budden music, but that's cool.
Yeah, you are.
No,
yeah,
I'm
you
not.
are. Yeah, you
I
are.
tried to go back and listen to it. I was like,
Ordinary love shit. Maybe it's too
Slow
dark
down.
for you.
1,
Maybe
2,
it's
3.
too dark.
Maybe it
Okay,
could be. I
which
don't
one
know.
is your favorite? 1, 2, 3.
4 is probably one of my favorites. 3 is my favorite.
Okay, that's why I stopped that.
I go 4-3. I go back and forth between 3-4.
Well, I like the one when he was talking to the girl and he was like, I ain't them other ones or something. I ain't impressed by you or something.
You're not a catch for me. I'm not your ex, baby. You're not a catch for me.
Yeah.
That was like one of the hardest bars when I heard it. Because it's like, baby girl,
Yeah.
he getting his bag.
Nah, that was a good one.
Yeah. But shout out to
shout out to all those supporters, man, for the purchasing those T-shirts.
Yay!
That's been
Yes.
actually a good
run for
feedback
you guys.
and amazing. So that's been great.
shout out to
and
who
the
else?
feedback on the videos too. Thanks,
Yes.
everybody
Yeah.
who's been
shout out
saying-
to
YouTube
our
videos.
amazing videographer, Mr. Juan.
One shot.
Yeah, one
boy.
shot. Shout out to Juan, man. He does an amazing job. We've been getting a lot of great feedback on
Yeah.
Just the
the
clips.
clips. I mean, just the quality
Man.
of the videos, man. People
Yeah.
been hitting me like, bro, who
Right.
fucking with
Likewise.
y'all like that? Like, he doing an amazing job. So thank you,
Yeah,
bro.
no doubt.
Thank
My
you so
followers
much.
even went up once I started putting our little videos on.
Yeah.
They were all Juan's followers.
Probably so.
Yeah. So shout out to everyone who listens to Podcast
Yeah, no
Caviar.
doubt.
You guys can follow us
Yeah.
on IG, SoundCloud, Google Play.
Yep.
We are on YouTube now at Podcast Caviar.
right.
Please, please, please go leave that review on YouTube. I mean, on YouTube, you can leave a review, and you can leave a review on iTunes.
Yeah.
Right? Correct?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not a subscriber, I mean, just leave a comment. Just let us know what you liked to hear, what you want to hear, what we've talked about. Ask us questions. Do you have a drink of choice? Looks like Troy's still parched, even at the end of this podcast. So,
Turn up.
You know what I mean?
Cup,
In a
cuz.
minute.
Pull up.
Pull up on me.
Any shout outs? Any other shout outs y'all got?
Man, shout out to you guys, man. Like for real.
Oh,
like going into a business with somebody, man, like a podcast or
Yeah.
any type of business venture. Like you don't know how it's gonna play out. I pray that things never get messy like that for us.
Yeah.
We continue to keep this good vibe. We continue to keep this good
agree.
aura, this good
Yeah.
energy, keeping God first. More importantly,
Absolutely.
in the middle of what we're doing,
For real.
I believe things will be great for
Maybe we
us.
should just
don't get
maybe we
bigger
should
than the
actually
pod.
talk more about like our process that we've had on the next pod.
Yeah.
Make a little small segment about it.
No, it ain't gonna be long. They're gonna have to be a whole pod.
Well, maybe a couple series.
Seriously.
But thank you everybody for this. It's been really, really good. This is a good podcast.
It was.
Again, like he said, I appreciate both of you guys for being here. Deep Roots, Jeff, and everybody here in the backgrounds and behind the scenes.
Who got the prayer?
Likewise, Dad, could I get a shout out?
My apologies. Go ahead.
No, all that soft stuff to y'all too. I like y'all cool, whatever. So then I do want to shout out Larissa too. It's her birthday. That's my friend. My
Shout out
name.
Larissa.
Shout out.
She
It's,
always supports the
Shots
pod
fired.
heavy.
Yep.
And we need to start working on an event too soon because I've been getting some feedback about
Hey,
that. So,
guys, what event would you guys like us to throw?
good question.
We would love to hear you guys with
We outside.
comments. What you
Yeah.
guys think? Come on.
Yeah.
Maybe
Y'all down
maybe
for
a speed dating event. Ooh.
little NBA Finals
I ain't
Airbnb
mad at
event,
that.
pool party.
Speed dating event. I love that. I think that'd be dope right now.
How
It's a
about
lot
a wine tasting? We've been talking about that for a while.
of it's a lot of single people in the valley.
It is.
So that'd be good.
Seriously.
We're gonna think about it. You guys
At
should
a
have
new spot.
some things that you guys think we should do.
Yeah. Who got the prayer?
I'll take it this time.
Go ahead, brother.
Big
Lord,
T.
Lord, we thank you, Lord, for bringing us here today. I appreciate our podcast. Thank you for blessing us. Thank you for bringing us here safely. Let us travel out here as well safely. Continue to give this studio, this business, business, if you will. Continue to bless them as we continue this partnership, along with the people behind the scenes. We appreciate you. We appreciate for our health. Continue to give us strength as we move throughout the week, until we come back here next time. In your name, amen.
Hey man, you know what? I wanted to say ideals. That's what I couldn't get that in my head. I could not
Is this
get that
still
in my
part
head.
of the prayer or should
No,
I open my eyes?
no. This
Don't
is
open
prayer-
my eyes.
prayer
This is
no,
the
no,
prayer?
no.
Okay.
This is the part I was talking to the
Oh, okay.
audience.
Now it's post production.
Please give us some ideals on
Yeah.
some
Stuff y'all
some
want to
events
do.
that we can do. Okay,
See,
Some
talk
ideals.
about.
I could not think of that word.
Were you about to wear that mask
Ideals.
on top of your face?
Ideals.
Man, when I'm outside, I gotta cover my forehead. Dude, y'all want me to just be out here bad? So yeah, all right.
It's a wrap.